Hi there, I'm Stephen and I work with Mondo Foundation through our partner here in Nepal called HELP, the Hellembu Education Livelihoods Partnership. One of the things that Mondo Help do is to actually fund teachers in some of these schools. I'm going to interview Lakpur, who's one of the teachers who has actually made a decision to, having had a successful career in Kathmandu and he trained to be an accountant, he's gone back to the village so that he can give back to the local village and support the school there. We funded his post. He's making a tremendous difference. Let's hear his story.
I was born and raised in Kathmandu, but my parents, he grew up in around Nurviling premises, yes, where I teach right now, and like teaching my brothers and students up here, like it's my job, I think, because they haven't got like this the opportunity that I got in Kathmandu. So I think I need to teach them what I got in Kathmandu. So yeah.
So what is the difference that your post, if you like, the school wouldn't have been able to afford a teacher? We've got a great teacher in you. Yeah. What sort of difference are you seeing week by week in the school?
When I'm observing school, like schools is running very good, but what they have is like government officers and mostly the old ones. So they aren't that very experienced like in modern equipments or modern things.
Modern teaching methods.
Yeah, and even modern teaching methods. So yeah, more like how to increase the like grades of students, yeah, and moreover, how to like improve our school management. Yeah. So yeah, we've been trying that, but difference is like they don't understand at all. Like, cause
we mean the older staff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is a sensitive point. It happens everywhere around the world. Generations don't speak to
generation gap, yeah.
And there's a generation gap. And there's also a style that they were brought up in a very formal education. We say it's the sage on the stage.
Yeah.
And you are now the guide by the side, you know, working with children, having more of a child-centric education.
I've been into many trainings and I've been using things, the things that I learned from training and even my experience from Kathmandu, but it's not enough. Because only me cannot change the whole school system.
Well, you're part of a network now of different help schools, and many of those help schools have a help teacher. But what would you say to the people back in England about funding teachers? It's clearly that it makes sense, but why does it make sense? Why is this such a strategic investment?
Funding for teacher, like it's very important, but you need to like check how the teachers are working and how qualified they are.
So you need a whole school approach, really.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that we've been doing at Mondo, looking at an evaluation framework.
Yeah.
To look at behaviour, to look at safety, to look at teaching and learning, to look at how you assess, how you measure progress.
Yeah.
Increasingly, funders, and understandably, want to see progress.
Yeah.
And so we're thinking of, you know, how do we develop quality education initiatives?
Like, yes, education has to be the key because, yeah, like you said, most of the parents, they aren't that educated. The parents in my school community, they are like, they don't understand they do know the need of importance of education, but they don't want like to ruin their like farms, because if their children don't work in farms, who would?
Listen, we know this is really challenging, and we're not suggesting that things can change overnight. It'll take generations of children who are now in schools with a stronger appetite for, you know, doing other types of work and going to the cities or learning overseas. But we also need to ensure that we support people like you. And it's been really encouraging to meet you today. I think you've got a real heart and a real commitment to come back to work with these children. We wish you all the very best in your work, and thank you for talking today.
Thank you. Namaste.